Welcome back to the Masters Elite Cup by Racing for Jesus, broadcasted tonight by Omit Sim Racing. I am Tom Omit. Tonight's race is an exhibition race. There are no points on the line. We have a small field of returning drivers from last year. Most of these drivers are race winners or chasers from 2016. We will hear shortly from Dusty Scarborough. On your screen, you can see the starting grid.
That you would meet all the needs that's been mentioned.
All right, this Masters Elite Cup Series race is about ready to get underway. I've got Dusty Scarborough here from Racing for Jesus Motorsports, ready to tell you a little bit about what this league is all about. Here's Dusty.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. And first of all, I just want to thank you for broadcasting this race for us. I was talking to the guys as we were practicing. As far as I know, this is the first time that we've had a race broadcasted, so to anybody watching, hope you enjoy it, and thank you for joining us. And like I said, thank you, Tom, for putting this up. But basically, we are a league here at RFJ of guys that are brought together by a common hobby, and that's racing. And another thing that we're brought together with or by is a love for Jesus our Lord. So it's something that's kept us together for actually quite a long time here. We're going on, myself and a lot of the other members, we're going on 12 or 13 years together racing. And a lot of the guys that you see here, or you will see here tonight, and there's a few that's not here, but have raced with us for that long amount of time. So it's a great group of guys. We're in it for, I think, a good cause, and we're all friends, but you'll see that we're all pretty competitive too, and we'll race hard, and you should be in for a good fight tonight.
Top of nine, sometimes we have a really good turnout. This last weekend was a
just a heads up for you guys that are watching. We're finishing up with some pre-race stuff with our drivers. We should be going green here in around 5 minutes.
Thanks, Dusty. Do you want to give a rundown at all of the other series running on the other nights for anybody interested in racing with Racing for Jesus?
Good thing. Thank you, Tom. Yeah, we race almost every night of the week except for probably, as far as I know, Sunday evenings and Wednesday and Friday are nights that we don't race. So just the ones off the top of my head I can think of. Monday night we run the Xfinity type cars, if you guys are familiar with NASCAR. Mark Anderson is the admin of that series. They run caution free, and their races are over with pretty quickly, and with that being said, they're pretty intense because you don't have a chance to have any mistakes if you want to have a chance to win. And of course, Tuesday night we have our Cup Series. We're racing tonight. We follow the Cup schedule. and we'll be introducing some new things with that this year. A new format of how we declare our champions, and it's all done to hopefully keep the racing throughout the long schedule more intriguing for everybody, and keep everybody here for the whole year. Wednesday night, I think I mentioned before that we don't race, but now that I come think about it, Mike Holland, who's racing with us tonight, has a series that he runs, and he switches cars so that they vary from street stocks to open wheel cars, smaller variety, and the way they run that series, they do heats and so forth, and it seems they seem to have a lot of fun with that. And Thursday nights, Mikey Burns has a series up of road racing, and we're going to start out probably with the GT3 cars coming up, and then he switches cars after seasons are finished with, and he does some of the bigger open wheel cars with that. Saturday morning, they do the Dallara D12 Indy cars that you see race in Indianapolis and other races like that, and Rick Peterson, he's racing with us tonight. He takes care of that as well. So look for us to maybe have more broadcasts on this channel with those races. And like I said, thank you, Tom, for all you're doing tonight.
Thank you, Dusty. It's been a good couple of years being able to be a part of this Racing for Jesus League, and looking forward to bringing this to more people with this broadcast. We're just a few minutes away from seeing the green flag fly, and we've got some exciting action with some great drivers ready to hit the track. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The drivers' meeting is wrapped up. These drivers are hitting the grid, and we're about ready for 55 laps of exciting action at Daytona, with 9 of Racing for Jesus' top drivers. Again, I'm Tom Omet from Omet Sim Racing. If you're watching on ometmedia.com tonight, that is a temporary URL. Check us out next week at ometsimracing.com. Working on getting that connected. These drivers are gridding up, and we will introduce you to them in just a moment. finally time to hit the track and get this race underway. Thanks for joining us. On the pole tonight, Eric Aseri in the number 37 car with a 46.9. Outside pole, the number 83, Stephen McGow. Qualifying third, the number 15 is Mikey Burns. Outside of him, Mike Holland in the 199. Inside third row, that's Scarborough in the 9. Lead admin for this series, the Masters Elite Cup for Racing for Jesus. In the number 73, in 6th place, Benjamin Swery. 7th is Brian Corey. 8th, Rick Peterson. And 9th, Dennis Porter. Starting from the back with the provisional, Kevin Merck in the number 5 car. My apologies, Kevin Merck is in the number 8 machine tonight. We're off turn 4, the pace car is in and the green flag is out. Racing is underway for the Clash at Daytona. 37 pulls out front, almost clears the 83 going into turn 1. Lead 2 by 2 behind him. Stephen now back to the outside. This is the first time these drivers have been on track and packed together like this, so they're all sizing each other up and looking for ways to move to the front. Looks like the inside lane has the momentum right now. Eric Aseri able to hold a strong lead on that bottom, following that double yellow line. There's no passing below that double yellow line here on the super speedways. So it forces people to move to the outside. Looks like that outside lane continues to fall back. The inside lane is the place to be. Got Eric Aseri in first. Mikey Burns in second. Dusty Scarborough in third. Front 4, single file. In fifth, stepping out on the outside. Dennis Porter looking to the inside, following that inside lane, trying to take fifth away from Steve McGow. McGow still trying to find some help on that outside lane to get moving back toward the front. Mikey Burns off the apron, hits the grass. Can he save it? Great save by Mikey Burns. Oh! Accident going in turn 1. See if we can get back and see who that is. Mikey Burns tagged Rick Peterson coming back onto the track. The race continues to be under green flag condition, but Rick Peterson has some serious damage to that machine. Smoke coming out of the right side. We'll see if he hits pit road, see if he'll be able to get back into this race. As leaders pass the exit of pit road, we see Mikey Burns now quite a ways back. Let's see if we can pick up any damage on his machine. The left side looks pretty clean, but we're not getting a good shot of the right side, and there might be a little bit of crinkle on that right front. Number 15 is going to need a break to get back into this race. Meanwhile, the leader's all still too wide, coming out of the tri-oval, heading into turn 1. Bottom. Outside lane now, making a move and has a nose in front of us there. Number 12 machine, Brian Corey, getting Dusty back straightaway. Pushes them to the front. Dusty Scarborough, Eric Aseri back to third. Is going to be retiring his machine for the night to prepare to get back into this race. Still holding on, hoping for a caution flag, and then 16 seconds back out of the draft. Trying to lead the charge on that outside lane again, looking for a help. Battling right now for fourth with Dennis Porter. Brian Corey moves to the outside lane. That moves Eric Aseri up to second. As the 12 car looks to the outside. Take a look here from the inside camera from Benjamin Swery. Benjamin Swery had a great year last year in 2016, currently running in the 6th position, looking for a way to move his number 73 up through this field. Swery is a very patient and strategic driver. He will wait for the right moment to make his move. Looks like this outside lane has some momentum as Brian Corey has a nose on the number 9 machine of Dusty Scarborough. Benjamin Swery almost tags the wall there. Momentum right now as Brian Corey goes into the lead. Stephen McGowan running second. Dusty Scarborough. Scarborough back to the inside. Can't quite get there. Benjamin Swery pulls the outside lane to the front. Steve McGowan gets loose in turn 3. Oh no, collects Benjamin Swery. Big crash in turns 3 and 4. Big crash. Dennis Porter's involved. Looks like Kevin Merck is involved. See if we can go back and take another look at that. So we go to our blimp cam. We see the outside lane moving forward. Benjamin Swery gives Stephen McGow a tap entering the corner. His rear end must have gotten a little bit light, and chain reaction occurs as McGow turns down into the inside lane, and Dennis Porter and Kevin Merck have nowhere to go. We'll keep you updated about these drivers and their repairs and see if any of these guys are able to get back into the race. The rest of these guys are going to come down pit road and get some fresh tires and fuel. See this thing to the end. We see some damage on the front end of Eric Aseri. Not sure where that came from. We'll see if we can find that. Dusty Scarborough off pit road first. But I believe yes, Dennis Porter stayed out, and maybe your new leader. But with damage, he may be heading down pit road this next time by. Alright, we're going to take a look at this flying camera from the front of each car. Let's take a look and see who has damage. It looks like the 12 car is rather clean. Dusty Scarborough's got a clean nose. Dennis Porter has some pretty serious damage. Let's see if he hits pit road here to get that fixed. Mike Holland has a clean machine on the front end at least. Maybe a slight crinkle there on the left front. Mikey Burns has quite a bit of damage. Eric Aseri's just finishing up his run on pit road. His crew is continuing to work on his machine, but he's staying out so that he does not lose a lap. Mike Holland back on pit road. We see Benjamin Swery here with a lot of damage. Lost the nose off that machine. That's going to kill his speed down the straightaways. And Kevin Merck also with some pretty significant front end damage. We continue under caution with 13 laps in the books. Eric Aseri with his car back onto pit road, trying to complete these repairs before we go back to racing. We've got few cars on the track right now as these drivers continue to rely on their crews for repairs. Lights are still on the safety car, at least one more time around. Looks like we'll be going green next time by. Your current running order: Dusty Scarborough in first, Mikey Burns in second, trying to limp that damaged machine to victory. Mike Holland running third, and Brian Corey in 12th. In the 12 car, running fourth. Got word that Dennis Porter has retired his machine. Too much damage to repair for the evening. 4 cars currently on track for this restart. Dusty Scarborough is going to lead us back to green. Green flag is out. These guys have to pedal down. Aaron Sarah drives the field back in 5th. Not sure if he got all of his damage fixed, but the car looks much better than it did before that caution flag. Brian Corey looking to the far outside Mikey Burns. Can't find a hole. Still looking for a way to get the outside lane back to the front. But Mike Holland pushing Dusty Scarborough. And inside lane still has the momentum. Kevin Burke now also retiring his machine, taking it behind the wall with too much damage. This clash has been a tough race so far. We've seen about half the field get caught up in some incidents. Scarborough moves to the outside to block momentum from the 15, but then Mike Holland goes to his inside. Looks like Mike Holland's going to go to the lead with a push from Brian Corey. Corey collects Mike Holland, Dusty Scarborough, and Mikey Burns. Looks like all these cars now have some pretty serious damage. A lot of smoke coming out of that 9 machine. It's been at the front of this field a lot tonight. Looks like that black smoke too. That's probably not tire smoke. That looks like it's coming from the motor. Looks like Mike Holland made it through that mess the cleanest. A little bit of damage maybe on the right front of that machine, but a pretty clean nose, and he makes it through that wreck out in front. Mike Holland in the 199. Steve McGow still on pit road, tending to repairs. See if he can get back in this race. With the recent events, he could still have a chance at this thing. See if he can get this thing fixed up. The rest of these drivers come back to pit road, and we will watch these invisible pit crews go to fast. They work so fast you can't even see them. We see most of these guys taking 4 tires. Looks like Eric Asari is focusing on repairs. Mike Holland's off pit road with 4 tires, little damage. Mikey Burns off pit road second. A lot of these guys are tending to repairs. What I'm hearing is most of these guys expect to get their cars repaired under this caution and stay in the race. We'll be right back after this short break. All right, we're going to load up this replay and see if we can take another look at what happened from our blimp cam. Blimp up in the air. We can see Brian Corey on the restart pushing Mikey Burns really hard. Going through the tri-oval, Mikey got a little bit light in the back end. Was able to hold on to it. We head into turn 1 and these drivers are all clear. Mikey Burns heads back to the outside with momentum coming back on Mike Holland. As Dusty Scarborough moves to the outside to block that momentum, we see Brian Corey move to the inside to follow Mike Holland to the front and just clips the bumper of Mike Holland on the right front as they enter the tri-oval. That's a very light section of the track where the car tends to get a little loose. Brian Corey just caught Mike Holland at just the wrong spot at just the wrong time. So we take a look at the inside of Michael Burns' car in the 15. You see iRacing's implementation of the new NASCAR digital dash. Looks almost exactly like what you see in the real cars, as you have a LCD display, customizable for each driver's preference. We've had 2 cautions so far for a total of 8 laps. 20 laps in the book. Just over 30 laps to go. And most of these drivers have damage. So now it's a matter of strategy. It's a matter of drafting and who's able to repair their car the best while still staying on the lead lap and in this race. There are still cars on pit road. I wouldn't count them out quite yet. Fixing their damage. See the lights are off on top of the safety car. Mike Holland on the inside. Michael Burns on the outside. Going to lead us back to green. I just got word that Brian Corey has taken his car to the garage with too much damage to repair for the evening. Not sure, but I think Mike Holland's steering wheel just fell off or something. Green flag is out. These cars are back under green. Eric Casario rejoins the field in third with momentum on the inside as he pushes Mike Holland past Michael Burns. There's a car on the apron coming up here. That's the 9 machine of Dusty Scarborough. That car has some pretty serious damage. A lot of sheet metal crumpled up on that car, but it's not smoking anymore. We'll see if Dusty's able to finish repairing his damage and get back into contention. Mikey Burns has a great run down the back straightaway. Looking for room to move to the inside of Mike Holland. Doesn't quite have the momentum to finish that. Looks like Eric Casario here, his damage is still preventing him from maintaining draft speed, but if he can hang on for just a little bit longer, he may get an opportunity to finish repairing that damage and be able to get back into this race. Pace car might be the only car without damage right now. We see Benjamin Swery back on the track. Benjamin is 9 laps down, but has tended repairs to his car, and it looks pretty good. Got a brand new nose put on that car. A little bit of right front crinkle. See if he can maintain speed here. Back to our leaders, we continue to see Michael Burns following Mike Holland on the bottom as they hold to that double yellow line. With no help on the outside, it's going to be hard for Michael Burns to make that pass. See if he's able to do some side drafting and hold that 199 car back with air. Again, these cars are not able to pass below that double yellow line. That is a violation of the rule book here at Daytona and Talladega at the super speedways. We see Dusty Scarborough has hit pit road again to work on continued repairs. Coming back out on the track now. See if he's able to maintain minimum speed. Looks like Mikey Burns is holding back a little bit, trying to get a run on Mike Holland. Mikey Burns looking to the outside. Not pulling the side draft, but still with good momentum, pulls a nose in front, but Mike Holland comes back on the inside. That shorter lane on the bottom is going to be hard to pass with no help on the outside. Lap 27 in the books. Next time by is halfway. Left front suspension cam on Mikey Burns is going to show us some close action with Mike Holland pulling the side draft in the middle of the corner. We see quite a bit of damage to that 199 machine. Those numbers almost scraped off there. This race is halfway in the books. 55 laps, the clash at Daytona for Racing for Jesus Motorsports in the Masters Elite Cup Series. Here every Tuesday night for the rest of the year. These drivers will be following the NASCAR Cup schedule. See a car there on the apron. That is Dusty Scarborough. Still trying to get that machine fixed. Back onto the racetrack. Mikey Burns holds solid on the outside. Still trying to find a way past Mike Holland. So he continues to find ways to use air to slow that 199 car down, get momentum in his 15 machine. We'll see if Michael Burns is able to move his car to the front. Again, we've got three drivers on the lead lap. Mike Holland in first, Michael Burns in second, Eric Asari in third. Asari's machine still with damage as he hopes for another caution flag to finish tending to repairs. He is 31 seconds back. Benjamin Swery and his damaged machine moves to the outside to give these leaders room. Dusty Scarborough again off pit road, still working on repairs. I think he might be making one lap and heading back to the pits and making another lap and heading back to the pits, trying to find that balance between staying on pit road too long or getting the car fully fixed. I'm sure he's having trouble finding any kind of speed with that much damage. Mikey Burns almost clears Mike Holland heading into turn 3. Mike Holland back with the momentum on that inside lane. See if Mikey Burns can pull away on the front stretch. Can't do it. These two still side by side battling for the lead. Still side by side, 2 laps later, heading into turn 1. Mikey Burns looking for a way past Mike Holland, trying to figure out how to use this air to slow that 199 car down. Pretty soon here we're going to see Eric Asari come into view as he's in danger of going a lap down. Eric currently running about a third of a straightaway in front of our leaders. Still on the lead lap, but with the damaged cars having trouble finding any speed. "19 laps to go. 36 laps in the books for this 55-lap clash at Daytona in the Masters Elite Cup Series. If you're just joining us, we've seen 2 caution flags early collect a significant number of cars in this field, leaving only 2 cars undamaged. The race is now between Mike Holland and Mikey Burns, the 199 and 15. We just saw Eric Asari go a lap down. Eric started this race on the pole. Unfortunately, was caught up in one of those accidents. He led the majority of the early laps, protecting that inside line, but unfortunately got caught up in an accident. I'm not sure with 2 cars left racing for position that we're going to see another caution flag come out, but should that happen, Eric will still get his lap bag. Lucky dogs are available. What that means is that the first car 1 lap down gets a free pass under caution to get his lap back. As long as that driver is not involved in the caution. We continue to see our 2 leaders run side by side. Mike Holland protecting that inside lane, running right on the double yellow line, forcing Mikey Burns to the outside to make the pass. And so far that number 15 machine hasn't been able to do it. We see him with half a car out in front, but Mike Holland comes back on the inside in the middle of the turn. Mike Holland with a great run there entering turn 1. You've got to wonder if Michael Burns let a little bit of gap grow there and see if he can get a run on the 199 car. 199 moves up the track to protect the outside on the straightaway, back to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. While these two are running single file, we're going to take a look up here and see if we can find Dusty Scarborough and Benjamin Swery, who have teamed up, not on the same lap. The number 73 car is 12 laps down. Number 9 car is 14 laps down. But trying to find a little bit more speed by working together with their two damaged cars. What could get interesting here is when you have a damaged car, it becomes much harder to push or be pushed without unsettling the car. So we'll see if these two are able to increase their speed, push each other without turning either of these vehicles. Back to the outside. Michael Burns still looking for a way around that 199 car. We've seen him get there a number of times with about a half a car lead heading into the corner, but Mike Holland is able to get all that position back. Now we'll see if these lap cars play a role in this battle for the lead. Two damaged cars of Dusty Scarborough and Benjamin Swery coming into view with our leaders side by side. Lap cars moving to the outside. Will that help or hurt Mikey Burns? Looks like that cost him quite a bit of position. So they come to the start-finish line there, side by side. Leader of that lap, folks, Michael Burns. Mike Holland with his nose back out front once they enter turn 1, though. Burns doesn't need to clear Mike Holland. If he's able to get his nose out in front on that last lap, he could steal this win away. So they're side by side heading back into the tri-oval. 45 laps in the books. 11 to go. Looks like the number 15 car might be trying to perfect that strategy as he continues to lag back and then make a move to the outside coming off of turn 4 with enough momentum to get his nose out in front. Didn't quite get there that lap as Mike Holland continues to hold the lead. Stephen McGow back onto the track after completing repairs on his 83 car. Stephen 35 laps down, but looking to complete this race and make it to the checker flag. .47 laps complete now, 8 laps to go. Mikey Burns still looking for a strategy that's going to get his nose out in front of this 199 car by the time they get to that checkered flag. Burns holding way back coming down that back straightaway. Almost half second back. Trying to get a run on this 199, see if he can make it all the way by. Michael Burns now under a quarter second back with a lot of momentum, looking at that high side, see if he can make it all the way by this 199 car. As they cross the start finish line, Michael Burns does take that lap, but can't quite carry the momentum all the way by. He got 3/4 of his car past Mike Holland, but can't complete the pass. Mike Holland back on the inside, clears the 15 car coming out of turn 2. All right, we're going to go live with Mikey Burns in the number 15 car with 5 laps to go, trying to find position on this 199 car. Mikey, what's your strategy?
Simple. It's to pass that fish car up there.
Sounds like a good plan. You've been trying to do it for a while now. You think you can do it? You got 4 laps to go. Coming to the line.
I've got a couple ideas here, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it work or not. I should have been trying more things all during this run, but I just now thought of something, so we'll see what we can do.
All right, best of luck to you. We are all out here watching, seeing what's going to happen. .37 car going 2 laps down, trying to limp his machine to the finish here. Holland continues to hold lead over Mikey Burns as Burns tries to pull the switch and go to the inside. Holland closes the door. The pump fake there by the 15 car cost a little bit of momentum. Not going to quite get his nose up there going through the tri-oval, crossing the start-finish line. But with 2 to go, he's still got time. Still side by side with less than a half a lap of racing left in this clash at Daytona, the Masters Elite Cup Series for Racing for Jesus Motorsports. Side by side crossing the line, Mike Holland still holds position as we have 1 lap to go. What can Michael Burns do that he has not done already? Trying to get his nose past this 199 car. We've seen him do it a couple times coming to the line as they head into 3 and 4. Side drafting that 199, those 2 cars less than a foot apart. 15 car inching ahead on the front straightaway as they head into the tri-oval. Close finish, and Mike Holland holds on for the win in the clash at Daytona. Congratulations to Mike Holland, tonight's exhibition race winner. 55-lap shootout at Daytona. We saw some great action, but some early cautions took out majority of the field, leaving only 2 cars undamaged and eventually only 2 cars left on the lead lap. Mike Holland and Mikey Burns fought hard to the end. Burns never quite able to get his machine past that 199 car, holding onto the bottom tight. Thanks for joining us. Racing for Jesus will be back at Daytona for the 500 next Tuesday night. If you're interested in that, check out racingforjesus.com. Until then, have a good night. Thanks for tuning in from Omit Sim Racing. I am Tom Omit, signing out.